YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video. And man, once again, shout out to all of you, anyone who's clicked on right now from a post noti. If you're clicking on and just watching in general, you caught this video a couple days later, I appreciate you for watching. I just ask that you watch all the way through. That's really it. I ask that you watch all the way through. But for you guys that have been here, that have been grinding along with me, I appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, y'all know y'all make me want to keep uploading. I tell y'all every single video, and I will continue to tell you every single video. But y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notice. You don't want to miss any uploads. We got a lot of uploads coming out, especially with 2K26 right around the corner, man. You don't want to miss out on any of the videos I got for you. We are back today with another build video, another one I created myself. I think it's pretty fire. I think you guys are gonna like it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all kind of don't like the guards, but we got a guard today, so y'all gonna have to take a look at this build before y'all start judging and not clicking. But I think it's a pretty fire build. So up first today, we got position point guard, like I said earlier. Height 6'3", weight 190 pounds, wingspan 6'9". The build is inspired after Ja Morant. I was trying to make Ja Morant, but I wasn't trying to exactly make Ja Morant. I was trying to make a Ja Morant type of build. If you get what I'm putting down, the build is a 3-level slasher, bro. A 3-level slasher. I've never seen that build name. I think it's pretty fire. Let's go ahead and hop right into the attributes. Up first, we got 81 close shot. This upgraded with driving dunk, so I like it. You get float game. Ja Morant does play below the rim a bit. He's learning to play below the rim. He also said he was going to stop dunking and play below the rim more, but literally he boomed on somebody the next game. So we're just remember Ja Morant does play down there. Driving layup, we got an 85. I was trying to get 88 on this so I could get gold float game, because Ja Morant's game is very heavily, not necessarily heavily, but he does a lot of floaters. Like, he gets into the mid-range area and he shoots long floaters. So I kind of want to have that on this build. You're going to get it on silver. You'll still be able to do them. It's just not going to be as effective as gold, obviously. Now we get the 96 driving dunk. What would a Ja Morant build be without having Hall of Fame posterizer, without having 90 plus driving dunk? Wanted to make sure I got 96, going to get you the contact dunks and get you posterizer Hall of Fame. The build's gonna be booming on everybody, bro. I got 87 on one of my guards and I boom on everybody. I just put 93 on another one of my guards and it booms on everybody, so I can only imagine what 96 is like. It's gotta be fire. Standing dunk, we got a 42. You get 40. I personally don't know what dunk packages need standing dunk, because I probably don't use them because I get a lot of dunk packages. But here's 40 standing dunk for the people who are like, oh, why would you not put 40 standing dunk on the build? Here it is for you. Post control, we got 38. Something that just didn't move, something we don't have, something that Ja Morant just doesn't do. So we left this here. On to the shooting. We're gonna go with the 85 mid-range shot. I wanted to go higher, and I would definitely be using my cap breakers here. Y'all know I like to make the builds cap breaker friendly. I would push this up to an 89 so I can get gold set shot specialist and just be able to knock down some jumpers a lot more consistently. But if we're talking Ja Morant, which is what I was trying to make, I think 85 is almost perfect for him. 3-point shot, you get an 83. Now, this might be a little bit higher than it needs to be, but later in the end of the season, Ja Morant started letting them threes go. And I personally think it's only because of his celebration, the bombs away celebration. I think that's why, but he started letting them go and he was making a lot of them. So we want to go with the 83 3-pointer. We want this build to be able to shoot. You want this build to be an offensive juggernaut. You want to be able to handle the ball. You want to be able to distribute. You want to be able to dunk on people. And you want to be able to shoot the ball, bro. You got to be able to do everything if you're going to be Ja Morant. Free throw, you got 71. I'm sorry. It's something. It ain't the best, but you have a 71, bro. Now, on to the playmaking, which is a pretty important part of this build for me. We got up first 80 pass accuracy. I was trying to get 82 so I could get gold dimer, but I ended up just settling for versatile visionary. And you could lower this if you would like and put these stats somewhere else. I just went with 80 just because. But honestly, you really only need 78, and you could put these stats anywhere else you would like. You guys know this is how I like to make this build. You do not have to make this build exactly how I make it, but you can take this build, use it as a template, and tweak it to your liking for how you would like this build to be. Now, like I said, you can lower pass accuracy down to 78 if you would like. I think 80 is perfectly fine for Ja Morant. I didn't really know where else to put the points, but you can lower this down and put points in other places. Ball handle, we got a 93. Now, I wanted 94 or 95. Like I said, I'm going to use 4 cap breakers on mid-range. I'll probably use 2 more here so I could get ankle assassin Hall of Fame and handles for days Hall of Fame. I really wanted those 2 on this build, but I just couldn't get it. And I wanted to make sure this build was still really good without cap breaker. So I went with the 93 ball handle. And 93 is still really, really good, bro. But I think as a Ja Morant build, you got to have a higher ball handle, just slightly higher, especially because you're going to get 91 speed with ball, which gives you Hall of Fame lightning launch. I like this a lot. Like I said, it's going to make this build very, very hard to guard. The build is going to be able to move all around the court, get a bucket on all 3 levels, bro. Now, on to the defense. An area Ja Morant kind of lacks, but like I said, I wasn't trying to make it exactly Ja Morant. So we get 40 interior. This hurts to put this on a build, but this build wouldn't be really used for ones too much, and you could definitely use it for ones. But you guys know me, I like to put interior on my build, so we had to sacrifice it. 40 interior on this build. You're only 6'3". It's understandable. Perimeter defense, we got a 74. Not the best, not the worst. You're going to get all the defensive badges other than immovable enforcer, but you still get challenger, on-ball menace, and pick dodger. So you can play a little bit of defense if you need to. But since the perimeter was so low, we paired that with 85 steal. This is going to get you gold or silver glove and gold interceptor. I think those are 2 really good badges to have, especially in a team setting. If you're using this build, that gold interceptor is going to help you out a lot. And then gold glove is going to help you out more so for the team setting. And if you're playing like 1s or 2s, it's going to help out a pretty decent amount. Block, we got a 40. This one hurt me a lot. I couldn't get high flying denier on this build, so we just left block where it was. It's sad, man. I think high flying denier is the best badge on this game. As far as reliability, high flying denier is the best badge on this game. I don't care what anyone says. You can have it on bronze, and it's going to play like you have it on Hall of Fame or Legend. I promise you. Now, rebounding, we don't have any rebounding on this build. I wasn't trying to put rebounding on this build. Ja Morant is a decent rebounder. He's not a great rebounder, but for a guard, he's decent. We got 30 offensive rebound, 44 defensive rebound. Like I said, I just wasn't going for it on this build. I couldn't get it. For the things that I really wanted this build to have, I just could not have defensive rebound. And it hurt. So, no rebound on this build. Last but not least, we got the physicals. So, with the physicals, I went with 89 speed. I went 89 speed because Ja Morant is crazy fast. I wanted to go 90, just couldn't get it. And I wanted some stats in other places, so I went with 89. And it worked out perfectly in my opinion. 89 speed, very fast. That's Ja Morant. Agility was something I was a little upset about that I had to sacrifice, but I did sacrifice agility. You're still going to be fast. You're just not going to be moving side to side laterally. You're not going to be as quick with this build. And Ja Morant is very quick side to side. But agility on this game doesn't affect Ja Morant's type of quickness, like speed with ball type of quickness. So I sacrificed agility. A lot of people are doing that now. They're giving up agility on this game. I think it's perfectly fine to do, especially if you have a high speed. It's going to help you out a lot on defense with the high speed, but that agility is going to hurt you a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Strength, we got a 46. This upgraded with something else. I'm pretty sure driving dunk. Couldn't give this build any strength. Ja Morant isn't that strong anyways, but we just couldn't give it to this build. Last but not least, we got 85 vertical. This is going to get you Hall of Fame posterizer and aerial wizard. Going to allow the build to dunk the way that it's supposed to. That's what I was going for with this. Like I said, I was trying to make a Ja Morant inspired build. Not exactly Ja Morant, but pretty close to him with attributes of Ja Morant. Let's hit continue and see what shades we get. And we're going to get shades of Scoot Henderson, Kevin Porter Jr., and Damian Lillard. All kind of have shades as far as like the slashing game to Ja Morant, just not necessarily exactly Ja Morant. But you have built a 3-level slasher. Like I said, that's a fire build name. I haven't seen 3-level slasher. I've seen 3-level scorer, but I have not seen a 3-level slasher. So I think that's a pretty fire build name. You guys let me know in the comment section how you feel about this build. Is it fire? Is it trash? If you think it's trash, tell me why you think it's trash. Just don't call the build trash or I'm going to ignore you. And I don't like doing that to y'all people that watch my video. I appreciate y'all. So let me know in the comment section. And if you're going to make this build and you're going to tweak it to your liking to make the build cater to your play style, let me know what you would tweak on this build to make it any better. I think the build's pretty fire. Like I said, I made it how I would like it. You guys can make it your way. And with that being said, grading this build from A to F on it being Ja Morant, I'm gonna go with the A. I think the build is actually very, very similar to Ja Morant, but I did boost him up in a couple areas like shooting, and then also gave him a bit more defense than he should probably have. Now, grading this build from A to F on being able to use it in all game modes, you know what? I'm gonna go A with this also. Reason being, you can still use it in ones because you got a little bit of defense. You can take it to the twos, of course, so you still got a little bit of defense, but your scoring is so out of this world that it's gonna allow this build to be nasty. You can take it to the threes, you're the perfect point guard. Same thing with fives, you're the perfect point guard, and you can score on all 3 levels, bro. Gonna make this build a very, very, very hard build to guard in every single game mode. But once again, you guys let me know how you feel about this build. That is all I got for y'all today. If you made it this far into this video, I appreciate you a lot. Make sure you hit that like button. It goes such a long way and I appreciate it a lot. Subscribe if you're new and turn on post notice so you don't miss any uploads. You don't want to miss out. We got a lot of banger build videos coming out, so just be on the lookout for that. But like I said, that's all I got for y'all today. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.